The following video you are about to watch is for your entertainment purposes only. I do not recommend investing in anything you see in this video. The following video contains my opinions, my deposits, my profits, my losses, and my results only. If you are looking for financial advice, please consult a licensed financial advisor. Thank you. All right, so this site has been floating around lately, probably thanks to, I'll probably say John. He kind of exposed a lot about ambis.com, ambis.biz, and the group that we thought was behind them, which we can now consider them not being the same. So, but yeah, so basically this website, Chain.Group, is actually the name of the website, Chain.Group. What you do is you invest into them and you get 1% a day. About 1% a day on average is what I'll say that I see in my account. Now, sometimes I'll see 5% for that day. Sometimes I'll see 0.1% for the day. But on average, because I'm in 3 different investments, I do see about 1% a day. Now, this will be a little bit different from Control Finance. You can see the link to the video down at the bottom for Control Finance, and in that video, I have information about it. But they're both about the same when it comes to the percentages. The only difference is what they do with the money, and the information that they share. So this website has different ways for you to pretty much make money. So what they have are, so you have CloudShare, right? CloudShare.top is a website that if you decided today you wanted to open up your own, I guess like a HYIP trading company, CloudShare.top allows you to kind of control and manipulate the what they call waves, meaning that an amount to sell. So let's say we pick Bitcoin Cash. If you were to buy into Bitcoin Cash, and then Bitcoin Cash, you spend, let's say, $100,000 in buying maybe 5,000 shares, whatever it is, it will drive the price up because you bought the next 5,000 shares. It will drive the price up to maybe, I don't know, let's say it's at 200. It will drive it up $30, right? So then you take everything that you just purchased and you create a sell for each one now. Now that you purchased 5,000, you're gonna sell 5,000. Okay, the selling of that 5,000 will probably be in like increments of like hundreds. So you have 400 here, 300 here, 200 here, and then as people notice that Bitcoin Cash has spiked and people are writing articles and releasing information about it, people will then jump into Bitcoin Cash and then they'll start to buy. You're one of the bottom bids, so they're going to start buying from you. You make about 25-30%, and then your day is done, and then you walk away with about $30,000, maybe $25,000, and even less, say $20,000, and your day is done. You just made $20,000 for the week, for the day, and you can do that every single day. That's how CloudShare.top works. It's very expensive to get in. It's like $40,000 for the year. Okay, so not many people do it, but as you can see here, 4% for the day is what they created and what they made. Now, does that mean that they made $30,000 for the day? Probably. But what they're showing you is that they're only going to give you 4%. They're only going to give you between 0.1 and 10% every single day. Okay. The minimum you can invest is $25. The maximum you can invest is $100,000. The reason why they have a maximum there is because if for whatever reason this fund gets overfunded, what will happen is they can only use a certain amount of that fund. So if the fund gets to a point where it's like $1 billion, they're not going to put $1 billion into the market. They're probably going to put like 200,000, or 200 million, or maybe even 1 million. And at that point, that's only 1% of the fund. If they're at $1 billion, 1 million is 1% of the fund, or a tenth of a percent of a fund, and then they'll only be able to give out X amount of dollars. So they don't want the fund to get too large. Okay, so they have a couple of rules here. You'll be able to read this on your own, so I'm just going to skim through it. But 120 days is when you get your deposit back. This is kind of why I like this over Control Finance, is that they actually give you your deposit back. Okay, after 120 days, you get your deposit back. You have the ability to compound your interest, means that every dollar you make, if it's $1, $10, every time you make some sort of money, they put that back in, okay? And it compounds on top of that. early withdrawals is possible. What that means, or is impossible. What that means is that you can't stop. You have to wait 120 days. Okay. Does that mean that we can trust this? Probably not. I wouldn't trust it at all. If I was you, I wouldn't trust it. But me personally, I just had enough money to put in there, so I'll put it in there. I think I put 90 bucks in here. I put 30 and then 60. Excuse me. And then your principal return is included in your profits, right? So what that means is that at the very end, whatever my balance is at the very end, they give me that and that only. That means that they don't give me that and my money and 60 bucks back. They're going to give me the 60. They're going to give me whatever the grand total is at the bottom. Dragon's another one that I'm in. I think I'm in like $25 in Dragon. This one does not compound interest, and you cannot withdraw early. And after 180 days, you got your money back plus whatever else they give you. And same thing happens with Dragon Fund, but the maximum is 6%. This is probably the better one out of the two, personally, because this one can give you, like if you notice here, I'm trying to see if I can highlight a day. But if you notice right here, 0.1 was given that day, 0.1 was given here, 0.1 was given here, 0.1 was given here. So as you notice, there's days where 0.1 was given. With Dragon, if you notice, 0.1 was not given here. 1.5 was actually given the lowest. Then you got 2, and then you got 1.4 was another day. So they're pretty much between 1 and 6. So they're pretty good. 1 and 4 is about what you're going to see on average. So I say about 3. That's why I like them. BitStrong, I don't believe I invested into them, but they're on average was about 2. Then they have this new one. I don't remember this one at all, but it's only been up for 14 days. This one was 1 to 3, and as you notice, they just started, and they're about 1.5. This is TC Thomas. This is about 1. And then you got the regular Chain.Group one, which is a steady 0.2. Means that you're guaranteed to get 0.2. It'll never go lower. It'll never go higher. Okay. The only thing is compounding is good, and your term is 500 days. Okay. So let's actually show you my money so you guys can see. I did withdraw some money before. I'm not going to withdraw any money today only because I only have $2. I can withdraw that. So I'll show you guys really quick. So withdraw is super easy. Let's click on withdraw. You go down here to the bottom. It tells you what the fee is. You put your wallet in there, and then the minimum to withdraw is $1. So you see that down at the bottom. Maximum I can withdraw today is $2.80. So will be withdrawn if it ever gives me the keyboard. Okay, sorry. So I have to click one of these things, put my address in here, and then I put down, let's say I'm withdrawing $2. So the fee on that is 1 penny, and then I'll receive this much here. Oops. I'll receive that much in Bitcoins. So it really doesn't make any sense to do it, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like if I wanted to withdraw. So you can withdraw your money at any time. So I kind of like that. It gives you the opportunity to withdraw every single dollar, every single day if you wanted to. But who would really want to do that? I would just wait until it got to a certain amount, which is what I'm going to do. So click on the account number, and it brings you to this page that shows you how much you have in your total. So I invested about 120, I think it was, my initial investments. So I put into this, which was Cloud Share, right, .top. I put in with them $30, and so far I've made $16.58, right? So I'm at $46.58. Okay. On average, I guess if you want to see it, on average here, you guys can see I made $1 that day, 4 cents that day, 44 cents that day, 4 cents. So these are the days where I'm telling you, got 0.1%. That's those 4 cents. So for 4 cents for that day, 4 cents. So I make on average, so far I've gotten back, if you look at it in those terms, so far I've gotten back over half of what I put in. So my fund has almost doubled. So in another, how many days this is, but I still have another. So in about 30 days, I've already gotten back 50%. I got reinvested. So halfway through, I can say, so in 60 days, I'll pretty much have doubled. So it'd probably be like ×4 is what I'll be at. And then right now I'm doing 100%. So when you do an investment, which is, I'll probably end up showing you guys an investment on these websites, but when you do an investment of $100, I did 100%. You can do 50% for this fund, or you can just turn it off. I can turn it off at any time. See, its actual link, if I click on it, it will turn it off. And again, I cannot withdraw early. So I'm trying to go through this fast because there's a lot of information, and I really don't think that you guys are interested in all the information I'm about to give. This other fund down here, I gave $30 as well. This one, as you guys can see, has given me a steady $1 a day. This is where I've withdrawn from already to test it out to see if it works. This is $19 I've made so far, so I've already gotten back 65% of what I put in, and I still have, I've only been in for 30 days, and I still have 157 days to go. So I've been in a little bit less than 30 days, and I still have time to go. I make about $1 a day, like I mentioned. So it's been like almost 30 days. It's been like 20 days. So again, and I've 23 days is what it's been, and I got $19. So it's almost like $1 a day. So it's pretty cool to see what I'm making. Now, if I had put in $300, I would be making $10 a day. So I would have made back 30 bucks already. Right? No. If I put in 300, I'm sorry, I would have been making $3 a day, right? I would have got back about $197 so far. I will be at $197, almost $200 have I put in $300. So that kind of shows you like that it is good for me personally. I like it. You know what I mean? That's why I like it. Dragon, that's why I did it, because it made sense, to be honest with you. And then finally, this one I put in 60 bucks. I'm at 95 already. I put in 60. It's already going up to 95. I've made already $33.53. Now this one I did not put in the same day, so it's a little bit after. It's been only 20 days again as well, so I put it in a little bit after the other two, and it shows you. So 20 days later, I'm already up. Out of 100 and okay, so we'll add the numbers up, right? So I made 33.53. So we'll just add this up and then I'll let you guys go. 33.53 plus, I think it was like 1977, right? $1977 plus 1658. 16.58 equals. Okay, so I made 69.88 so far in about 20 days, right? And I put up 30, 60, 30. So I put up 120 divided by 120 equals 58%. So I've already gotten back 58% of what I put up. Now, one thing I'll say, since this one is impossible to withdraw principal early, what that means is that if this entire website decides to shut down before my 120 days are over, I'm losing, okay? If this website stays up after my 120 days for this and my 100 and I think 150 was the other one, 180 I think it was. It's kind of the reason why I didn't really like this one. I think it was 180. After 180, 120, and 120, after 6 months, right? 4 months and then 6 months, I should be at about, I want to say about 500 times, so 500%. So I should be over 5 times what I put in. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. So I put in 120. I should be able to pull out 120, multiply that times 5. I should have pulled out about 600 within the next 6 months. So that's kind of how I looked at it. That's why I invested. I'm going to leave my link down at the bottom. That's why I like this site over Control Finance. So if someone is looking at Control Finance, I will make the recommendation that this one is probably better than Control Finance. But both of them, honestly, they're all depending on the company. They're all dependent on, you know, how much money you put in and how much money and which one you put into and when you put in, because some of these funds are going to hit 10%, some of them are going to hit 2%, and some of them are only going to hit the maximum of like 0.2. So you saw that already. So it all depends on where you put it, when you put it in, and how much you put in. All those factors do matter. That's why I like this site. It gives you options. You actually can put all your money into one basket pretty much. Like I can put all my money into this one website and have just this one website control 5 different amounts to withdraw and put in. The only thing I don't like is that Dragon does not allow me to put more money in. Oh, another thing it doesn't let you do. That's why I had 2 different ones. So let's say I wanted to do load. So the way it works to load money, you have to click on load, right? So when you put your money in, you click on load, and then you go here, and it gives you a QR code. You copy the QR code. You put in. They tell you how much it's worth, whatever you're putting in, and then you type that amount here at the bottom, right? Minimum $5. So you can put in 25. Put in whatever you personally want to put in. So let's say I put in $25, which I'll probably end up doing in one of my videos. I'll probably put in $25 to show you guys. Once I pick how I'm gonna put it in, which is probably Bitcoin, so I'll put it in here. Select the payment method. I don't think I had to pick one of those. I actually did Bitcoin. Once it's done, it goes here where it says available. Okay. Then you click on transfer, right? Let's click on transfer and see, because I'm not sure exactly. No. You click on stats and list, right? So when you click on stats and trade list, what you do is you have to pick from here. Okay. So once you pick from here, which you'll probably be clicking on the name of the website, Cloud Share, go down to the bottom, and then it says right here, invest. Once you click on invest, scroll down to the bottom, it tells you what the minimum is, 25 minimum, maximum 100,000. Then you pick your terms. So you have available $2.80. I pick my compounding interest, 0%, 50%, 100%. I then agree to the terms and conditions. They repeat them to you so you know what's possible and what's impossible, right? You agree to terms and conditions, then you invest. That's how you do it. So the money must be loaded in first. So the good thing is about this is if you decided to put a lot of money into Dragon, right? Say you put in 500 into Dragon and you make $10 a day. You could literally take that $10 a day. I just want to show you. You could take that $10 a day that you're making. You can click on Dragon, right? Click on the word right here, Dragon Foundation, right at the top. Takes you to the Dragon. Minimum investment is $10. See that? So if you were to invest $5 and you got 2% every single day and you got back $10, you could take that $10, click on Invest in Dragon, and then scroll down to the bottom and boom, invest $10 a day. So even though Dragon doesn't compound your interest, that doesn't mean that it's not technically available to compound. It just won't give it to you all in one. But what happened is, if you were to do that, when you go to your list to see how much money you're making, you'll have about 100 of these, right? You'll have like 100 of these. I have 3. That's a lot. To me, 5 is a lot. But you'll have like 100 of these down here saying Dragon, 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 just like you have, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and it will look just like this. Like, it will look like, just like as if you're scrolling through here, it will say Dragon, 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 and that's good. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. It's just that you have 100 of them because you did it 100 times in a row. Then you'll start making compounding interest. So some of them, your $10 is probably going to make 20 cents. But if you have 100 of them making 20 cents, that's $2. That's $20. That $20 a day after 100 days, you reinvest. So it starts to add up. It starts to make more sense. That's why this website makes more sense than Control Finance, because after 100 days, you can pretty much, after 100 days, you're closer to getting all your money back. After 180 days, you got some money back from 120 days, got some money back from 160, 150, and some money back from 180. So that's the way I looked at this website. This website it's got me more interested in it than other websites, giving what they've done so far. Now, are they still paying? I don't know. I probably won't know until I used to have $15 inside my account and I do another withdrawal. I don't know. But there's other people on the internet that are probably going to tell you that they are paying. So, you know, you can trust them and go off of what they're showing you, or you can just wait, or you can trust your gut. But personally, I will say this. It's your money. You decide what you want to do with it. I wouldn't invest if I was you, only because I'm not you, so I don't know how much you got. But listen, I invest only what I'm willing to lose. So if I'm willing to kiss all the money that I have out there goodbye, it's going to go away. So if you're interested, my link is down at the bottom. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely either use Telegram chat or use my comments down at the below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.